J.
And I'm Tavi Mo. And y'all know we always got a juicy guest on the Juice Chicago.
Hey.
We have Doechii, the Swamp Princess, Gen X baby, Leo Queen, she, her.
Period.
Y'all know who she is in the building with us today.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
So great, so great. So first, I know you've heard this question so many times, but seriously, sis, how does it feel to be you?
Girl, but today it feels tiring. But it feels really good. I've been busy, I've been working, being creative, and just like feeding my fan base.
Absolutely. So a little bit about you, your song Yucky Blucky Fruitcake, that went viral and that sort of started you off until where you are now. So just tell us about, like, how does that feel when you first went viral and that song, everybody was just going crazy over it. What was that moment like for you?
I took it as a big opportunity to like capitalize off of the moment. So, you know, it felt good and everything. Like I was like, great, I'm glad that people like the song, but I was really concerned about like, how can I generate this into income and where can this really lead me? And then I got the attention of TDE.
Yes.
And so I started booking more shows and just, you know, organizing myself and just becoming more of an established artist.
Absolutely.
And I love how you compared that to the Juna B. Jones series.
Yeah.
I'm a Juna B. Jones fan myself.
Okay.
Yes, I want to know, did you read all of her series?
Yeah, I think so. Just about every single one. And obviously, my favorite was Yucky Blucky Fruitcake. That's my favorite book. I love it.
Yes. So your label that you're signed under is a Black-owned label.
Yeah.
So tell us, what does that mean to you to be working under something that's so big like that?
Yeah, I mean, it means everything for me. I think that like TDE is the heart of hip hop to me, in my opinion. You have like Rock Nation, you have fucking Death Row and shit, like Motown, and you have TDE. So it means a whole bunch to me to have an all black team.
Yep.
And it means a lot.
Yes. Now you just dropped the visuals to Crazy about 4 months ago, and sis, I mean the whole video was just booty, titties. I loved it. Like, where did that concept come from?
I wanted to recreate this tarot card called the Star. There's like a picture of a woman kneeling down into water, and it represents rebirth and coming into yourself like a prime. So I wanted to recreate that in a black, futuristic way, and that's why we're all naked.
I love it.
Yes. So speaking of just like a rebirth, you know, I read that back in 2019, you had bought like a bus ticket where you were booked in New York, and like you didn't have the money to go for the way back, and you like stayed at a McDonald's and stuff. So now where you are, you know, what was your motivation during that time to just like, man, keep going even though you were going through hard times?
I just really wanted it. I think the motivation was just like, I really wanted it, and I didn't care how many meals I missed or where I slept. I just really wanted it. That was more important to me than food. So yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, speaking of really wanting it, you know, you said you grew up in Tampa, Florida, in the hood. And you said that you also got bullied a lot. You know, so let's just talk about, you know, bullying. I think mental health and also just messing with people really isn't touched on as much. So let us know how you really overcame a lot of those situations.
A lot of it, I just feel like, you know, when I was young, I just kind of had an understanding about people and things like really early. And I say that like without ego at all. I just think that I just started to realize that like a lot of the kids and people around me who would pick on me or when I did get bullied, they just didn't really understand me. They just thought I was weird because they didn't have access to the things I had access to. Like, I went to a private school, and then I went from private school to public school, so I was bringing back knowledge that they had never heard of. I was talking in a way they never heard me talk. So I got through it by, one, learning how to fight and defending my motherfucker. And then two, just by having grace for people and understanding that like they just don't get it, you know, and that's okay. And I just started sharing things with my peers, and it got better, and I earned my respect the good old-fashioned way.
Come on,
Look,
period.
Now, you performed at the BET Awards. You also have performed on Jimmy Fallon. So, like, first of all, the performance was amazing. They snatched the wig off. I didn't have the wig on, but I wanted to snatch one off too because it was so good. But like, what do you do to, like, what's your regimen before you go on stage, especially like a big crowd like that, to just let loose and, you know, to yourself?
Girl, I have on the gospel music, light some candles, or I'll just have to like kick everybody out and just have a moment to myself and just be quiet. Usually before a show, or especially an award show, I get real quiet. I just don't talk because I'm in my head rehearsing and praying. So yeah.
Now, I love how you threw out, you know, how your mother was a huge influence in your life. Just telling you how to speak up, you know, just speaking your truth and owning to it is just so important. So, you know, can we just shout out your mom real quick?
Yeah.
How dope mothers are.
Shout out to my mom. My mom is like a huge part in why I even am who I am. Like, I'm striving to be her when I grow up. I really want to be my mom when I grow up because she's just a phenomenal woman and she's so poised and graceful and classy. I love it. That's not me. Not yet.
Now we have your video playing in the back, and something that I love about you is just your visuals are so just dope and creative. Like, it reminds me of back in the days, you know, where people really used to put that time and effort into music videos. So take us through your creative process. Like, do you come up with like, this is how I want it to be, or like?
So my last one, actually, I took a treatment from this director, and what's her name, Dan? You have her name? The last director for Persuasive Remix video. No? I just want to make sure we insert it. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took a treatment from her. That was my first time like not really being involved in a treatment. But everything else I'm really heavily creatively hands-on with, and I think about my concepts in terms of like how I want people to feel, what I really want to say, the color palette I want to lay out. Like, this is my whole color palette. Like, even the Swamp Bitches, that song is like this black and white and this blue and this green, you know what I mean? So I just plan out my color palette for my whole era and build my concepts from there.
We love it. Now, I see you said within a year or so, you want at least 6 to 10 kids.
Oh!
You still, hey, let me know. You still want 6 to 10 kids?
I do.
Hey.
I do.
I love it.
My eggs crack.
Come on. Back to back.
Back to back.
Hey, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So your EP, She/Her/Black Bitch. Now, what I love about that is I feel like there has always been sort of like a negative connotation, especially, you know, with like darker skinned women. So what does that feel for you to like change it and make it be like a term of empowerment?
Yeah. I mean, it feels really good because it's just like, that you can't tell me what to do with my trauma and with my hurt or like a slur that was used against me. Like, you can't tell me what to do with that. And that's just what I chose to do with it. I choose to laugh at it. I think it's humorous. I think it's funny. And I think it's cunty. Like, something about it is just very unique.
Come on, you better hit that note.
It's very bad. So, yeah.
I love it. Now, I also seen that you said you came out with your truth with being bisexual.
Yeah.
Now, talk about that.
Did I really come out though?
Did you?
I don't think I really came out. I don't think I ever came out. It's just always been obviously like into girls and boys.
Hey, okay, yes. And I was gonna ask, good, you always knew your truth about that.
Yeah, I should come out. A proper come out. Oh, I should have a come out party.
Hey, we'll be there.
Now, one thing that I like that you said everybody loves a creepy, available, fine nigga. So,
Don't be.
what does that mean? Like,
Oh, you did your research.
I did my research.
Come on.
That means like you want a guy who's like fine, but also kind of scares you a little bit, a little mystery. You know, you can't be like I want to be a little afraid, a little dangerous. So I just think every man needs a little edge to him. For me. Yeah,
I agree.
Now, you know, with your BET performance, I heard that you really only had one day to properly prepare for that. So how was that, just knowing you had less than 24 hours to get in and really kill the stage?
It was super stressful. It was super stressful, but it was also like I like stuff like that. Like I like a challenge, so it was really fun, but also very stressful, and I would change a lot about that if I could. But you know, whatever.
Yes. Now, your July performance of Persuasive was nominated for an MTV award.
Yeah.
So how did that feel to you?
That felt good. I'm so pissed that I lost that freaking nomination. I'm so mad. I really wanted to fight. No, like I'm a sore loser. I'm one of those people. I don't care. I will scream and shout. But anyway, yeah, it felt good to be nominated.
Yeah.
And the performance was dope. They snubbed me.
They snubbed sis. They slipped too. They did.
No, shout out to MTV, shout out to VMA.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Yes. Now, you've just been through so much. What could you just say to your fans and your supporters? Just something to motivate them.
I would say, girl, have fun. Have fun with the process. Like, it has to be fun. You can't take things too serious. You take it too serious, then it's not fun, then you don't want to do it, then it's bad. It's always crap. But if you're having fun, things usually turn out better. So that's it. Just have fun.
Yes.